Hi, I hope you have a wonderful day. It's Mac, and today we're going to repot this nice little bulbs right here. This is a false onion. I picked up these two little bulblets, and when I first got them, I put them straight into some Lechuza Pon, which I've been moving all my indoor plants over to that particular type of growth material. And I've been having a lot of luck with it. I love doing the semi-hydroponic thing, and that's kind of working really well for me and what I'm trying to do. This is a Lechuza pot. This is I think this is the Mini Deltini, which is a really nice little pot here. And so I want to switch these two that I have been growing them independently together. I'm going to switch them to an independent growth. And I have really been having a lot of success with growing plants in this medium. I love when you get these little pots now. Now, this is the original Lechuza pot. Again, I have two of them because I have two little bulbs. It's going to go into here. The bulb's going to get much larger, so at some point I will have to repot them again as they get larger. But right now, I'm pretty good just kind of separating them. I got them going with these bulbs. When I first picked them up, they had no roots on them or anything. So this is a kind of a really move in the right direction. I'm really excited about these pots. They're a little pricey, but at the same time, they come with this particular version has this liner. So, and this has, of course, this float. And I've been using all my plants just switching over to this because it's just so convenient for me to know when I need to water the next plant and when they need watering. I can just look at this little meter right here and just tell when I need to be watered. So let's go put a little bit of this pond in here, which is a great growth material. So far, I've had a lot of success with it. Now, it doesn't always work well when you're switching plants over to it. You have to be kind of careful about that. Sometimes you may not have a lot of success with that. But these, again, was started directly in pond. They never had any other type of growth medium. And let's see what the roots look like. And this is what I was excited about, is that I knew that pond was such a loose material. It doesn't come, it doesn't pack down too tight. I figured that this is exactly what I would get. And here's what these two little bulbs look like. And look at those nice little roots there. The roots look healthy, vibrant. Oh yeah, look at that. So just make some space, get those roots spread out a little bit, and just kind of put your pond and across the top here. I'll clean this table up when I'm done. I'm not worried about that too much. But there we go. And these bulbs kind of sit at surface level where majority of the bulb is kind of out of the substrate. When I've seen these grown and larger, the bulb kind of sits above ground. The plant is originally from South Africa, and I may kind of, just to kind of keep it more upright, I may kind of press it down a little harder. Again, this pot doesn't compress too tight, which is good, but I put the rest of this around it, and then we'll move on to the next bulb. There we go. There's a little bit left in there. And there we go. I'm going to set this to the side. And then I'll water that in a minute. But this is the little bulblet. It's commonly called pregnant onion. Is what a false onion or a pregnant onion, because they have these little bulblets came off the sides of the larger bulb. And I'll get that expression when these get a bit older. Let's get this second one opened up now. This, again, I mentioned, I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I've had a lot of success with it. I know you can use different type of growth materials, but this Lechuza Pon it's been really good for what I'm trying to do with my indoor plants. It allows me to have much more control over when I'm watering, and that's what I like about it the most. It's a heavy material as far as the construction on these pots. I like the way the pots have a nice heavy construction to them, and at the bottom you can see it has these little strands here on this. The other one is right here, and this is for wicking, and this will wick the water up out of the bottom. And just put this on the top here. There we go. Now I'm going to do the second one a little differently. put it in place, and it's going to be sitting right there. Those roots are going to be running down through there. I'm really happy with this pond, and I know I've heard people in the US talk a lot about not being able to get access to it, but I order mine here in the UK. I ordered it off of Amazon, and I've never seen it in a nursing center, a garden center. I've never seen it in a garden center. I've always had to buy it offline, but it's always stock whenever I try to purchase it here. But I've heard a lot of people talk in the US about how they would like to switch over to this, but they haven't been able to. Again, I'm a huge proponent now for indoor plants grown in this semi-hydroponic fashion, because it just allows so much more control of how things are growing. So I don't need that anymore. So the rest of this in here is good. I like the fact that these come with a little bit of pond. It's actually just enough to fill up these particular pots, and I like the way that it comes with what you need to fill the pot. So here, this one's a little deeper into the substrate. Press that down. So I have these two now. I repotted them, and I have a little bit of pond left in here. And when I get another little bulblet, I want to start something else off, I might use this. So I'll just set this to the side and use that for later use. And then I will clean up this little mess here again. This is I think it's a mini Deltini, Lechuza mini Deltini. It's a really nice pot, kind of a gloss finish. So I really like the pots. I use this, but I also use some other brands, but I'm switching everything over. All my indoor plants are getting switched over to this semi-hydroponic. But here we have our false sea onions replanted, and now they can kind of grow off on their own and not crowd each other for space too much. I will leave them in here until they get quite a bit larger, and then I will just continue to scale them up into larger pots as time goes on. Once they begin to produce those little bulblets, then I will have plenty of this wonderful plant to share around with my other plant friends. So, hey, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. Until next time, take care.